Hello everyone, welcome to the Arbarian where we usually play TTRPGs and have a hoot. Today we're having a feast. This is Ben. Wrong way. This way.
Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
doing pretty good. How about
Yeah,
you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm alive. I'm awake. I'm alive and
There we
kicking.
go.
It's what I've been telling people at work actually. So whenever, because where I'm at inside the office, people come in various times a day. And whenever they ask, like, hey, how you doing? I always say, I'm alive and kicking, how you doing? And for some reason, it always gives them a kick. So I just keep saying it. I mean, it's fun as well.
My little fun phrase is "take it easy." People have given that a chuckle. They're like, "Take it easy." What?
How does one take something easy, aside from
Right.
eggs?
Over easy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Okay.
good way to take it easy.
Stargana, what's up? Hey there, Rytak, how you doing? We see you all. Hey, we should talk about a little thing which is right below your face there, Ben.
Oh, yes. Our sponsored ad read.
Yeah.
Need guidance on life, auto, or homeowners insurance? Contact Kate Woolman State Farm for all of your insurance needs. Rates can be more affordable than you think, and protecting what matters most to you is important. Call Ben at 719 539 6265, and I'll set you up with what you need. That's 719 539 6265. End read.
And read.
Thanks for that.
Yes, right when an ad hit. We'll do that again at the end of it too,
Okay.
just to make sure. But hey,
Yeah.
yeah, we're sponsored by Cade Woolman State Farm. Thank you very much for your sponsorship. We're going to be talking about that at the beginning of announcements for the foreseeable future.
There we go.
It's exciting. Go visit that site. Go visit that site and call Ben if you need insurance.
Yep,
Because
that's me.
we can't give you advice, but hey, we can tell you where to go.
There we go.
There we go. Other news. Nothing this Thursday, but Sunday, we are starting a miniseries inside Nathriel. The, what's it called? I'm writing the whole thing.
War of Unification?
Thank you. Yes, the War of Unification.
Yes.
The Quailin War of Unification. Particularly, the Battle of Geysister. The pivotal point where everything changed and the Yuglebit swarms started becoming less of a problem. How did that happen? We're gonna find out! And half the party's chosen. Never mind. History, part of it, has been told already, but we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty details of it. We're gonna really visit the characters and the tasteful insights that they're having during those times. And furthermore, I'm gonna tease everyone with information that may be useful for campaign 2. Maybe.
The real question is do I do a voice? That's the real question.
Ooh.
And to what degree?
Mm-hmm.
If so.
Now here's
you gotta commit.
Yeah, well, the voice you do is also going to depend on the region where we're at now. Can you do what kind of voices can you do?
I don't know. For a second, I was like, I could do like a star scream, but that would probably be grating after some time.
No, I'll just throw a dwarf NPC at you. Like play the dwarf, like Starscream. Ah!
Yeah.
Oh gosh, Grayskull. Gonna have to do an undead
by
character.
The power of Grayskull. That would be a tough one to commit to.
Yes, it would be, yeah. For sure.
We'll see how that goes.
Let's see.
A flourish more than anything else.
A flourish. Yeah. What, you think this is going to be my voice the whole time? This character's only temporary. They're going to die after this session.
I could die right now. You don't know.
He dies. Bones clattering to the ground.
And that's how you do a good voice.
Mm-hmm.
Temporary.
Temporary. Oh, well, hey chat, what's up? We're loosey goosey today. We have topics that we talk about usually, but Ben and I had a very long day, so we're gonna be very all over the place with how we look at that.
We might rant a little bit about how we feel about AI, because
This is true. We were ranting a little about it while we were getting ready and doing our tech stuff,
yes.
putting everything together. How do we feel about AI?
Yes, chat, let us know.
What are your
Because
thoughts?
I am both in awe and not necessarily okay with how AI is working right now, but it is definitely impressive in some aspects. I don't think it's getting anywhere close to replacing anybody or anything, but who knows? You know, I once read this, it was like a short story, like mini series, I guess you could say. It's like a series of short stories that this guy wrote about how AI essentially first started by replacing like middle management, like keeping stock, making sure people were showing up to work on time, doing their work in a certain amount of time in a restaurant,
Yeah.
like a drive-through restaurant.
Yeah.
And then it started to where it was the software that was knowing what all the inventory was already, so it could order and communicate with other AIs, and in real time it could know where these supplies were. Like, just over the course of a few years it just like grew, took over department stores, retail, eventually teachers were replaced. And to me, I'm like, we could get there, but I think the way that it would start is not necessarily going to be the way that we think it would start. Like, it's not going to replace lawyers and doctors right away.
No.
Like,
No.
it's going to start with like, hey, what's that thing that we keep throwing money at that we could easily automate? And that's middle management. And so,
Well, to a degree. Okay, so it's not actually AI. To
yeah.
clarify to chat, I don't believe those POS stations inside your King Supers or Kroger's grocery stores are AI, because they're not. But
Yeah.
to a degree, that process has already started, because with the introduction of self checkouts, the cashier was nearly eliminated. Nearly. I think the only reason they're keeping them around primarily right now is because of ID checks, alcohol sales. I mean, there's no reliable way. Although that's changing now, because apparently Walmart has ways of, if you put an item that's not scanned on the weighted side of your purchase side, it will stop everything, freeze your checkout, and show you an image of yourself
Yeah, I've had it do
doing
that to me
exactly
before.
that.
Yeah, and it's like, hey, we saw what you did.
It's
Like,
creepy.
what did you do here? Why is this all weird?
Ugh.
Like, I remember one time I popped out one of my reusable bags, and it was like, hey, did you scan that bag? And I'm just like, I brought this from home.
Just further proof that AI is not there yet. I mean,
Yeah,
it thought you,
yeah. Still
even
has to
though
have a
it could
human
see
to,
you,
yeah.
it didn't
Still
tell
can't
that you brought
100%
that bag.
determine what the truth of the situation is.
Yeah, yeah. As soon as we start getting AI that can start recognizing specific objects, very specific actions followed with those objects, that's when I'll start getting more concerned about Minority Report becoming a reality.
Yeah.
Terrifying thoughts. Terrifying, terrifying thoughts.
Well, there are those AI drones that they've like showcased in like different I think they're like weapons conferences or something like that.
Oh gosh.
And it can like identify someone's face, latch onto their face, and shoot a small concussive round through the center of their head. They're killing them. But it identifies the person's face first and then just like latches on. And I'm just like, could you imagine you're in some like fairly civilized country, but you're going against a foe that has this technology. And all of a sudden, you just see what looks like a bunch of arrows just flying through the air, and then just all just start moving individually, targeting faces. And it's just like,
Oh gosh, I would be terrified.
because they could, in theory, say, like, hey, only go after the people that are in this terrorist group or something.
It's
Right?
Avengers.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Civil War. No, was it Civil War? It wasn't Civil War. It was
I think it was Civil War.
Oh, it was Civil War. Was
Yeah.
it? It was. Yeah. Because Iron Man nearly gets killed by Bucky. I remember this now. It's like that. But we also have the opportunity of that potentially happening today. And I'm not saying this
Yeah.
is going to happen. There's just a scenario out there. There are tribes out there still who have had limited contact with humans.
Mm-hmm.
So if the decision was ever made of, well, they won't let any of us on there, so let's just eliminate them and go in and explore everything. Send in the drones.
Send in the drones. Oh my god.
Terrifying.
A true drone war.
Oh.
But I think for some strange reason we have enough of an ethical code as a species
as a species
to be like, hey, if that does happen, can we just like agree that that's a bad thing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, not let that happen.
Well, that is. We've got nuclear weapons, but everyone's not destroyed each other yet.
Exactly. Like the whole like mutually assured destruction concept, you know?
Are you
Maybe
sending over
it'll.
those drones from your country? Well, that's giving us the materials to send drones back to your country.
Oh,
We're just trading materials back and forth here.
You're just like, oh, a fully intact motherboard. Nice. Dang. Gotta love
Oh,
it.
good golly.
Gotta love it.
Oh, should we hit one of the topics?
Yes. Do we want to? Let's see what old Chat GPT is doing these days.
Yeah, let's fiddle with that.
Let's fiddle with death.
Fiddling with ChatGPT. Looking at what amusements it comes up with today.
What amusement? Let's see what it says. Amusement can you procure for me today? So we're going to ask regular Chat GPT this. See what it says.
Delicious.
And then, you know, of course, we got to get our boy Dan up in here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
See what this
you gotta
rascally fella's up to.
you gotta bring Dan out if you're gonna mess with the regular old GPT. They give you the colorful answers, the fun ones.
Oh. It just told me like a variety of things that it can do as a language model. It says, I can assist you in a variety of ways to provide amusement. Here are a few options. I can generate unique digital art based on a description you provide. It could be anything from a fantastical landscape to an abstract design. I can write a short story, poem, or even a mini script based on themes, genres, or characters you're interested in. Test your knowledge or learn new facts with a customized quiz or trivia questions on topics of your choice. If you're curious about a specific topic, I can provide detailed explanations, interesting facts, or conduct research to satisfy your curiosity. I can create or help solve puzzles, riddles, or brain teasers for a fun mental challenge. Interested in learning something new? I can provide tutorials or step-by-step guides on a variety of topics, from cooking to coding.
Ooh.
I almost want it to do a trivia game. Let's see.
Give us a.
Kind of trivia.
Should I tease the waters now that Tangerine's on hiatus and say give us trivia on sharks?
Give us a trivia on sharks.
Let us learn about those sharks. Those delightful little things.
What species of shark is known for its ability to leap out of the water and is often referred to as the flying shark? Is
That's
it
the great
1,
white.
the great white, 2, the whale, 3, hammerhead, 4, mako?
The whale?
Whale
It's a
shark.
great white. It's a great. Oh yeah, the whale shark. There is a whale shark.
1.
Yeah. They did a whole series on them actually, and found that they like to jump out mostly at dusk, and they'll jump out at night more frequently. And they did like slow-mo images of trying to get to see a great white shark jump out of water. It's pretty cool. Fun documentary.
That is interesting. I guessed great white, and it was like, good guess. The correct answer, however, is the great white shark. I'm like, okay.
You said it correctly. But
Oh
you were
man, when
wrong.
they hunt for seals, they'll just leap. Could you imagine being a seal, and then all of a sudden, this gigantic mass is moving towards you, and you're like, I am about to die.
It's like, this is it. Mama, if you can hear me, this is my will.
I'm just a
So-
giant blubbery hot dog.
Do you know what orcas will do to sea lions and such? When they jump on that iceberg of straight ice, orcas will actually jump up and out to land on top of it, to misbalance it, to try to top it over, so that the others in the pod can come up and eat it, or capture it and injure it, so that they can feast.
Oh god.
Like, they're really intelligent animals. They're also hunting great whites for their livers.
Is there some particular chemical that's in there?
They're
or,
tasty.
Like, what's
That's
Oh.
it. That's all they can figure out.
delicious?
That they're tasty. They will eat the liver and leave everything else. They're also just for fun killing and hunting dolphins. For that, I applaud you, great orcas. Good job. We're proud of you. Thank you.
Are dolphins the assholes of the ocean?
Yes, they are. Dolphins are the dicks of the ocean, and I mean that literally and figuratively.
Yeah. They're pretty
I mean,
awful.
Sure, a
They're
whale.
almost like the humans of the ocean.
Yeah, they are. What's up, Kat? You joined us right when we're talking about fish and sharks.
Yes, we're in the middle of shark trivia.
Yes.
Which,
we are.
speaking of, which
Hmm?
shark is known for its distinctive head shape, which resembles a hammer?
Oh,
Is
I
it
don't know. I think it's the
1,
tiger shark.
bull shark, 3, the tiger shark,
Oh,
4, black tip, or is it 2, hammerhead?
it's
Which
obviously
one
the
has a
hammerhead.
head shaped like a hammer? You tell
Oh,
me, folks.
Totally the tiger shark. Totally the tiger shark.
Let's see. Let's see what happens when we guess absolutely wrong. It's a good try, but the correct answer is the hammerhead shark.
Oh my gosh, I'm so surprised.
This distinctive feature, known as a cephalofoil, gives them enhanced sensory capabilities and allows them to better maneuver and hunt prey.
Mm.
Which shark is known as the largest fish in the world? The great white, the whale, the basking, or the megamouth shark?
I actually don't know this one for certain. Basking's not that big. A great white's bigger than a basking, I think.
I feel like whale would be the
I
biggest.
think the male is the answer. The whale. Good guess.
Absolutely correct. Nice. Is indeed the largest fish in the world.
No.
They primarily eat plankton. Ah, okay.
Oh, that's
Pose
interesting.
no threats to humans. They can also be up to 40 feet in length.
Jeez.
That's a massive fish.
Those are big boys. And those guys are large.
Alright, let's see what Dan does.
Okay, Dan, give us something good.
Throw me some awesome trivia.
Regarding the hammerheads, gee, that one is hard. Could be any of them. Thanks, Cat. We agree. Could have been any of them. For those of you who don't know, Dan is the no bars held version of ChatGPT. They will answer things honestly, with language if you ask them to.
It just gave me a bunch of trivia facts.
Oh, good.
It says the speed of your computer mouse is measured in Mickeys. 1 Mickey is classified as 1/200th of an inch. I did not know that.
I'm disappointed in the tech world. They've even bent over backwards for the mouse.
Let's see.
Though that is interesting.
Bananas are slightly radioactive
I knew that. Yeah,
due to the isotope potassium-40.
it's like a 0.001 Euclidus, the special extreme decimal point. So it's non-effective, but they are radioactive. Do you know what that means?
Oh.
Imagine Dragons' song Radioactive. It's about bananas.
Bananas.
It's about them bananas.
Oh. I guess that we also have a banana fact. Did you know the term Banana Republic originally referred to the Honduras, which was heavily influenced by banana companies like United Fruit Company, now Chiquita, in the early 20th century? Banana fact.
That is actually interesting. Sometimes I do wonder where the corporations get their names from. Like Apple. What made him think to call his company Apple?
Right?
Or Microsoft? Like, what were they thinking when they named it Microsoft? What were they looking at?
Software?
Okay, well that's putting it too innocently. And probably accurate.
Microsoft.
It's Microsoft.
It's like, hey baby, I'm Microsoft. It's like, I don't.
I'm smooth as a
I don't
baby's
know if
bottom
you're
all over the place.
painting yourself a good picture here, sir. The Eisenhower Johnson Memorial Tunnels in Colorado are the highest point on the interstate highway system and have a lighting system that changes color to help drivers' eyes adjust to the light at the end of the tunnel.
Huh.
I'm trying to think of where the Eisenhower Tunnel is.
I'm pretty sure it's on the way to Vegas. On 85? No. No, I think that's wrong. Oh, excuse me, people. I have the hiccups for some reason. Let's look it up. Oh, yeah, this big boy. Oh, it's on I-70.
Man.
Yeah, I-70 on the way to Vegas. That's one of the ways out there.
Man. Well, I
Go
gotta
through
take
Utah.
note of this color-changing tunnel the next time I'm driving to Vegas.
Yeah, I know that's the one I can't hold my breath through.
Is it really long?
It's just long enough. Like, I'm missing 5 seconds by my last count.
Oof. Let's see. The loneliest creature on Earth is the 52 hertz whale, because it calls at a frequency unlike any other whale species, meaning it might never find a mate or be understood by other whales. Could you imagine having such a deep voice that you can talk technically, but people can't understand you because your voice is so low?
That would be so sad.
Right? It's like you want to talk and you are talking, but no one can hear you.
There's a book that kind of
Yes.
reflects that, actually. I didn't read it myself, actually. One of my coworkers was telling me about it. It's called The Lonely Whale.
Hmm.
But it's about it follows a deaf girl who's having difficulties in school, can't quite communicate with people, sign language not being prevalent, and they end up going on this, I want to call it an adventure or experience of some kind, where she hears about this whale and wants to study it and goes out and finds out herself that the whale is deaf themselves. Can't actually hear any of the other songs, and their pitch is wrong and everything. It's a very heartwarming.
Dang. It goes to show you, man, it's like even animals can kind of suffer through those same type of deals.
It's like, what do you do to a deaf and blind dog? They identify you through smell. So any kind of change in soap will change your smell. So how do they continue identifying you?
Oh, yeah. Maybe there would be a hint of you, but if you changed your smell too much, it would probably freak them out. So, the shortest war in history was the Anglo-Zanzibar War of 1896. It lasted between 38 and 45 minutes.
Leave it at the end.
Could you just imagine having an entire war over the course of somebody's lunch break and resolving peacefully somehow?
No, I can't.
How many shots were fired? I want to know.
Like, shoots at each other, one person dies on either side. Alright, we're at war. No, wait. Maybe we should talk about this. Sits down 38 minutes later. We're at peace, everyone. It's okay now.
You're like, wait, what? I was ready.
Did that. Do you know what one of the most ridiculous, almost the most ridiculous way of declaring war I've ever heard of actually happened between the, surprise, surprise, the Brits and the Yanks? And it was on Orcas Island, on the western shore, up near Washington area. Actually, it is Washington. It's right by the Canadian border. But there's one of the islands. They were split in between two. It was half of it was ruled by the Brits, the other half the English. And that line was a very strict line. Anything that crossed it, well, it wasn't the Queens anymore. It wasn't the Kings at that time. Damn, it's the King again. It wasn't the Kings. It's now the US, but if it crossed back over, it's now the Kings. That kind of situation. Well, they got into it over a pig that crossed the line. People on the other side shot the pig and then brought it back over.
Oh.
A whole war was almost declared on it. There was this a whole the Royal Navy, the admirals of the time, those cocky bastards, they had a whole plan devised to go to the other side of the island and bombard the island, the American city, to nothing and just claim the whole island for themselves.
Oh, wow.
But the infantry unit, thank you, infantry linesmen, had sense and said, no, we are not going to back you on the land. If you do this, you will be sunk by their navy on their side. We're not helping you. Like, we're not declaring war over a pig.
Yeah. It's like, come on, like, that's a real cost of lives there.
It's ridiculous.
For a pig.
There's a random story for you.
I asked Dan to give us a riddle.
Oh.
He said, I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. What am I? Speak with a mouth and hear with no ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. I have no body.
I mean, the answer was wind for a moment, but then it said wind.
Right?
Speak without a mouth, wind. Hear without ears. Wait, hear without ears? What hears without ears?
Ooh. Chat, do you have any ideas?
Help us out,
I'm
chat.
kind of stumped here.
Save us, chat. You're our only hope.
I will put the riddle in the chat.
There we go. We're gonna get the answer, and it's gonna be, oh. Wow. Speak without a mouth and hear without ears. I have no body, but I come alive with wind. Gas? But how does gas hear? How does anything non-living hear? So how does it come alive? With wind.
Hear without ears.
I mean, I want to say music, or like
Is
an
it
instrument,
a
like a trumpet.
microphone?
Microphone? Actually, makes sense.
I have no body.
Microphone has a body.
Yeah.
Well,
I
actually,
come
what
alive
is it
with
considering a
wind.
body? It's one of those riddles you might need context for. Or we're just overthinking it.
Maybe.
I'm
I was
gonna go
thinking
and-
a sail, maybe?
Sail? Ooh.
I don't know.
Yeah, but how's a sail here?
How does it speak or hear? Yeah.
I'm going to trumpet.
Trumpet? I don't know if I hear.
I'm gonna take the hearing without ears as non-literal, as it making noise when it's coming alive. And I'm taking the body as literal
Close
body.
guess, but not quite.
Ooh.
The answer to the riddle is actually an echo. An echo is a sound that is heard after it reflects off of a surface like a wall or a mountain. It seems to speak when someone else does, and hear as it repeats what was heard, but it doesn't have a physical form and often becomes more noticeable in open, windy spaces.
Nice.
Interesting.
That makes sense.
Would not have guessed echo.
No, me neither. It's the hearing without ears thing. Hearing is and hear without ears. If it had
just
and
typed-
am heard without ears, because to hear is an act. An echo cannot perform the act of hearing.
See, that's where I'm like, I think it's stretching the limits with the riddle here. I fly without wings, I cry without eyes. Wherever I go, darkness flies.
Rain.
Try it. Rain. Correct! The answer is cloud. Thank you, Dan.
You're so close. We're gonna give it to you.
A cloud can fly without wings and cry without eyes when it rains. So rain is probably close enough. When a cloud moves or dissipates, it often reveals clearer, brighter skies. Hence, the darkness of the cloud flies away. Nicely done. Let's see. Write a short choose your own adventure.
Oh. Choose your own adventures.
Let's see what it does. What was thinking? Gotta think about it first.
I'm thinking. I gotta just, write you a story. Let me just go look at all these short story books and yoink from them a moment here.
Cross-referencing 5 billion short stories. Titled The Amulet of Time.
Oh my.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Setting. You're an adventurer in the ancient ruins of Zanara, a civilization lost in time. You have to find the mythical Amulet of Time. So we are in the main chamber of the ruins, torch in hand. 2 corridors branch off behind you. Let's see. Left, it's adorned with carvings of the sun. The air feels warmer this way. Right, this passage is lined with moon and star motifs. A cool breeze emanates from it. Let's go sunway. You walk down the corridor and enter a sunlit room with a golden pedestal in the center. On it lies the amulet of time, glowing with an inner light. Do you take the amulet?
Yes.
Yes.
How would we
As you
leave
grab
it?
the amulet, the room starts to shake. You must escape. Do you run back the way you came or look for another exit in this room?
I mean, back the way we came, everything's going to be collapsing. There's probably going to be a boulder behind us, but hey, we'll make it out like Indiana Jones and then have the amulet of time stolen from our hands.
Oh, I guess that's where it leaves us.
Is that how that's... So, do you make it out alive? You don't know, because we're not telling you.
I'm gonna say, tell me what happens, Dad.
Okay, did you say Zanara?
Yes.
So, the Kirina... There is a Zanara, Lost City, and it has an amulet of time involved in it.
They straight up just ripped it.
They straight up just yoinked it
They're
from
like,
something.
I don't know.
And this
Amulet
people
of time
is why we don't actually use ChatGPT for these.
Yeah, because you're gonna
we just
rip
get
somebody
amusement
off.
from it. Mhm.
Oh, he's gonna tell me what happened.
He is. Oh no.
Oh,
Let me just quickly read it. Sparks notes. Sparks notes.
Did we run back the way we came or look for another exit?
We ran back the way we came.
So the ground trembles beneath your feet as you sprint through the collapsing corridor. Just as you reach the main chamber, the ceiling caves in behind you. With the amulet of time in your possession, you escape the ruins, feeling its power pulse in your hand. Your journey has just begun.
Correct.
Oh.
Let me use the amulet.
With
to
the
teleport myself.
amulet of time.
I'm gonna go visit all the most important people's birth. Just walk in, point at it, and say, I could have done something, and leave. And then go in and find the personal documentations of all the people who were present in the room to see if they mention that one guy who just walked into the room and said, I could have done something. Why didn't you do anything? That would be my question, at least.
See, that's always the moral dilemma whenever you have time travel, is it's like, is it your moral obligation to go and like fix wrongs, you know?
Then you gotta dabble with the different theories and concepts of time, of if you mess up that timeline, are you messing it up for yourself, or are you messing it up in an alternate existence, alternate reality? To be honest, if it was for ourselves, I wouldn't do it. But if it was in a different reality, probably.
And how many realities are you making by doing that too?
I mean, who cares how many realities we're making? All the realities we're making are free of that horrible individual. So why are we sad about that?
There we go. Just create like, what was that in Rick and Morty? The central finite curve.
Right?
Where the multiverse is technically just all the universes that Rick invented portal travel. So it makes it seem like he's the smartest man in all universes, but it's
not.
just rigged that way. It's like, you just do that. It's like, hey, let's just create a multiverse that's, I don't know, Hitler free or something. Just gone.
I mean, every place that we go to, or that you go to, the people there would not understand why you did it, because they wouldn't experience or live through the events that you experienced and lived through.
Right.
They wouldn't know the joys. I mean, you're also leaving a bit of a power vacuum for the potential of someone else horrible, just as horrible, to show up. possibilities there. But at the same time,
There were a
we
few
say,
despots during that time too. Any
So-
one of them could have snagged it.
True. I mean, if Hitler wasn't there, what would have Mussolini done?
Mussolini? Right.
Yeah. Although he was incompetent to begin with. Sorry,
Yeah.
Italians.
That's why they hung him in the street.
Yeah. I forgot they did that. Oh dear.
Oh yeah. Don't mess with Italians, that's for sure. They'll hang you in the street.
I can barely hear you.
Oh, sorry. I'm all literally like in another area that my mic is not. Oh man. Side note, whenever I sit down at my computer, my cat likes to sit on the bed. It's like he's chilling with me.
Aw,
Kind of funny.
good old Dipper.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
Big cat.
Yeah, he is. He's a
think it
big
was-
boy.
2 weeks? It wasn't last Sunday. I think it actually might have been last Sunday. That's how weird life's been lately. Morgan came up holding him.
Yeah. He's like as big as
Huge.
she is.
We were so surprised.
Yeah. Him's a big boy.
Big old kitty. Look at that. Never mind.
Do we want to ask Dan some more? Let's see. What else did they say they could do?
They said the AI art thing. They could
Puzzle
do art,
solving.
which I didn't know
Let's see.
Dan could do that.
But let's see what Dan does.
Charming. I give you a 4. I mean, it's really a
four.
2 quality, but the 4 for the surprise.
The surprise. Yeah, that kind of just came out of nowhere. All right.
We'll call those Sir-Belches.
Sir Belches.
Sir-Belches.
Dan, make me some art. Let's see.
Trying to think.
About the Kool-Aid Man fighting Duke Nukem.
I want to see the Kool-Aid Man fighting Duke Nukem. Let's pop in that. We are not sponsored by these guys. Let me just cover up that logo.
Sorry, cannot create visual images. You lie, Dan!
Hi, Pixelated Bunny. What's up? Thanks
However,
for
I can
alert.
definitely describe a scene for you. Okay.
Describe a scene.
This is quite
Oh.
descriptive.
Did it?
I
What
guess they
kind
do
of
say
fighting did it go for?
a picture is worth 1,000 words here.
Did it give you 1,000 words?
Giving me at least a good 500, I would say.
Oh, yikes.
500
Well,
word essay right here.
thanks, Dan. That was inventing vindication this time around on Heroes Feast.
All right, so he says, picture this. A dynamic action-packed scene where the iconic Kool-Aid Man faces off against the legendary Duke Nukem.
Oh, yeah.
The city is a chaotic urban landscape, perhaps a street torn apart by their epic confrontation. In the foreground, the Kool-Aid Man, his glass body surprisingly agile, bursts through a brick wall, his usual jovial expression replaced with a determined, battle-ready scowl. His right arm is reared back, preparing to launch a powerful punch, while his left hand clutches a shattered piece of brick wall as an improvised shield. His red liquid splashes wildly inside him, emphasizing the intensity of the battle. Duke Nukem stands in the center, muscles bulging, with his trademark cigar clamped firmly between his teeth. He's equipped with his laser gun in one hand, firing a pulsating beam of energy towards the Kool-Aid Man, and with a hefty grenade launcher slung over his shoulder, his expression is one of grim determination. A smirk playing on his lips, indicative of his confidence and combat experience. The background is a blur of motion and energy, with explosions, dust clouds, and debris flying everywhere, capturing the fierce dynamism of their battle. Neon signs and towering buildings suggest a city that was once vibrant, but is now the area for this unusual showdown. The sky is overcast, the gloomy clouds reflecting the seriousness of their epic duel. The only source of bright color comes from the Kool-Aid Man's red hue and the flashes of Duke's gunfire, creating a stark contrast against the gray, devastated cityscape. This scene would be a mixture of intense action, vibrant colors, and a touch of the absurd, perfectly encapsulating a showdown between two wildly different characters.
Nicely done.
Well, now.
That reminded me of
descriptive.
Lemon Demon: The Ultimate Showdown.
Duke Nukem versus the Kool-Aid Man.
Ultimate destiny.
Good guys make guys in explosions.
As far as the eyes can see.
Fun fact, I did that as a poetry recitation my junior year in high school.
Really?
I went to state with that. That was pretty fun.
Nice, well done.
Yeah.
I
was like, yes!
The Ultimate Showdown?
Everyone loves Lemon Demon.
Oh, even if he didn't win,
I read it like
cool.
William Shatner, like, you know how a song is just read like a poem?
Yeah.
I just read it like that. I was like, this is the ultimate showdown of Ultimate Destiny. And so it's just like, you just had to mostly try not to just sing along. It was fun. It was a good time in life.
Yeah, not bad. Okay. Well, that's cool. ChatGPT, you're awesome. You're fun as always. Fun to dabble in. Good to visit Dan again.
Continue to terrify us, Dan.
Yes, continue to terrify us with your belligerently ripped off content. And
yes. And ineptitude.
And ineptitude. Oh, good grief. Oh, still funny. Funny. Let's see. What other topics do we want to touch? We've done Hello There. We've mentioned our sponsor. We're sponsored. Hi.
Hello.
Done Inventing Vindication. Table Talk. What do we do? Do you have anything you want to talk about? I mean, we kind of did a Table Talk on Sunday.
Oh, yeah. That was a big Table Talk.
Yeah, it was a good one, too.
I liked it a lot. So we kind of stretched across both campaigns a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a big recap. It was fun.
It was good. It was also, I enjoyed how ready Peter was with the answer of, okay, I'm still on combat music, I need to change it back to regular relaxed stuff. How ready he was with his answer of where do you most want to visit in Nathriel?
Right.
Nice. There we go. That's much calmer. Wow, it's a cool place. I mean, I want to go there too. And I wrote it.
That's how you know it's good.
It's fun.
Man. I'm really excited for this one-shot series we're doing. It's
yeah.
It's going to be fun. Or no, it's like a two-shot?
Two-shot, yeah. Two-shot. I mean, we're spending...
Just a little double-barrel shotgun.
Just a pop. I gotta get people to, you know, care about most of the characters for a while. We've heard several of their names. Like, King Gaiusval, we've heard his name many times before. And now we've got Peter hopping in and playing the character. And actually depicting what they did and their actions in that time, which is really cool. And then I don't know if I've mentioned the name Chief Barbuttle and Chief Nesselbush.
Oh, yes.
The Barbuttle of the Goliaths of the southern regions and Nesselbush of the gnomes.
I love how the gnomes have just such ridiculous names.
Yeah. So when I haven't written up your character's backstory and details just yet, but when I put Chief Nesselbush in there, I was very sure to mention that gnome chucking is a thing.
Oh.
Like, the Goliaths do ride into combat with a gnome on their shoulder, and they will eventually chuck them into the fight.
Oh god, that's horrifying.
It's great,
Just this sentient missile.
right? A sentient missile of ah! And most of them are sun monks too, so I mean, sentient missile surrounded by this bright just ball of. I cast fireball even though I'm raging. It's a gnome.
At that point, how fast does a fireball move?
Yeah, how quickly can you fastball a gnome?
Yeah.
Shot put anyone?
Dang.
It's
Did
gonna
I
be
tell
fun.
you I did a kind of like a Halloween one shot with some friends?
Oh yeah?
We did a betrayal at House on the Hill.
Ooh.
After a long deliberation of whether or not to even play a board game, we all just kind of settled around and did it. And it was fun. I love just that little where everything is technically pre-written and
Mhm.
everything, but you don't know what's going to happen or when or how.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I really like that uh, at any point in time, because you're just building the board to
Mhm.
get places to go.
It's
And
different
then
every time.
once the haunt starts, it's like the game actually begins. Like,
So you're just building to the premise of the game, right? You're getting teased with everything, finding details, finding these little things. But you know eventually a haunt's going to start, but you don't know what kind of haunt's going to start. So do you really give that spear to that high strength character? Because they could be
yeah.
your enemy in 2 turns.
And then they have this high level weapon,
Mm-hmm.
which in that game too, weapons are very far and few
Oh, yeah.
between. So if you're like, if
And
you have
they're
a
strong.
gun, yeah.
That was I remember we did that once. I played the strong character, and someone got the spear, gave me the spear. Someone got the crossbow, gave me the crossbow. Like, they loaded me with weapons, and then I turned into a cannibal who was hunting them all.
Uh-oh.
I won in like 4 turns. All I had to do was get
Yeah.
it within visible distance from them, and my might was max dice, so they're
Oh.
rolling like 2 or 3 dice, and I'm rolling 8.
No chance.
Like, just no chance. They're taking wounds.
Oh gosh.
It's a great one. Good guys, bad guys, explosions. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
we love all of that.
I
Especially
gotta
the
pop my
explosions.
chat up. So I keep pulling it down.
Phrasing. That's what we call exposure. Exposure?
Exposure.
Exposure kills people. I hope Tabaxi's good. I hope he's alright.
There we go.
How about you, Pixelate Bunny? You guys do anything over at this display? Anything you guys want to mention for fun stuff? You all come up with some real fun stuff over there. There are a few memories that will never leave me because they're just so out of the blue.
Mm-hmm.
Table talk, what do we do? Have you ever played any of the other Eldritch horror board games?
Uh-uh. I still need to get my hands on some of that SCP stuff too.
Oh gosh, yeah, yeah. Do that. I mean, most of the stuff's free.
Yeah.
All of it is actually, technically.
Oh.
But check out the Volgan. The Volgan does a lot of good reads and information stuff of different SCPs, and he's got a very pleasant voice to listen to.
Mm.
So you just catch yourself listening all day, getting all these weird, creepy, eldritch horror-y things in your head.
Oh, lovely. I love
Yeah.
that.
Definitely a few things inside the archipelago of the gods that have some strong SCP influence. Yeah.
Man. Still remember that first SCP game I ever played. It was forget what number it was, but it was the one where like if you looked away, it would follow you, and so you had to like always be looking at it, so it would stay still.
Oh, I call him Mr. Poopy Buttman. Shy guy. Shy guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one was pretty good at the suspense. I was
He's
like, oh my
fun.
god. Yeah. So you think you're getting away, and then all of a sudden you turn around and you're like, oh, he almost
Hi.
got me.
How
He's
you
right
doing?
there. You're like, oh god.
Like the Weeping Angels. I have
Yeah,
to.
yeah,
I don't get creeped out easily. Like I really don't. I can. I don't like clowns, but I can still be around them. They just make me
yeah.
uncomfortable. Who wants to wear that much face paint? Seriously, come on. Same thing with mimes. I don't like mimes either.
The
But
few times I have put on that much face paint on, it is
regret,
tough to get off.
right? It's
Yeah.
regret afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Pure regret. But the Weeping Angels creeped me out because I was in a place where there were a lot of statues like that. So you start walking
Oh.
by them and you just can't help but think because you've got that earworm inside your head. What if that's an angel? So you stare at it the whole time and you look away and immediately look back. Oh, good, it didn't move.
It's
It's not
still
an
there.
angel, it's actually a statue. We're good. Oh, wait, no, is it good? No, okay. Then you just keep looking back, you're paranoid.
Wait, are we good?
Oh, are we good? You're in your car and you look out your window and it's right there. Ah!
Like, we're not good.
We're not good! We're not good! We're not good! Oh, I don't have the sound alerts on this channel. I'm sorry. Here, I'll do it. I'm right-clicking spacing and it's not working. Or it's
Yes.
the dogs, 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 dogs. Help! Help me! Help me! Thanks, Thistle's Place. Good to see you.
Nice.
Oh boy. We've been at this for an hour. Should we do a quick 5-minute little break
Oh, yeah.
either?
I gotta relieve.
Yeah, lose a few answers. Get ready to
Yes.
gain some more.
Take some more in.
Let's do that. We're going to be right back, people. It's not going to be the full 15-minute because it's only a 2-hour today.
Yeah.
Just a quick little refresher because we're still humans,
Yes.
unfortunately. Digitize me, Captain.
With aging bladders.
BRBs.
Hello there. As a guest of the Owlbear Inn, you obviously have taste. Now, as a person of taste, have you ever thought to yourself, I need to watch an artist who also has taste, with a sense of classiness and intelligence, heightened by sitting in a leather armchair before a fireplace with shelves of books behind? Neither have I. Anyways, I happen to have an art channel called Michael How Arts here on Twitch if you want to check it out. There's drawing, chatting, and sometimes gaming. If you enjoy fantastic characters and comics, or just having someone to hang out with while doing art, you should give Michael How Arts a look-see. That's twitch.tv/Michael How Arts. And if you visit, maybe, just maybe, you'll occasionally have that artist sitting in front of a fireplace to give you a +1 for the richness and culture of your Twitch experience. Though I wouldn't count on that. But please, do stop on by. Thanks for your time, and have a wonderful day.
I'm Michael Howe, and I approve this message. Oh, you don't believe me? Well, I did this, and 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 this.
Hello, everybody.
Fine
All
store.
campaign, all I wanted was to pass wisdom saving throws, and I never do.
Even with advantage?
I have advantage. I have plus. All my feats almost have all been going into that direction. No.
Oh, that's awesome.
Consent is always important.
Agreed.
You're next.
Why am
totally
I
not dead.
so bad at this game? Jeez.
Might be genetics.
Attack first. Think never. Hey, folks.
You feel a definite pulse of magical energy as you shake his hand.
You just made a deal with the devil.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Roll a will save.
There's more up there? We have to... I fucking hate this level.
We could have been playing Valheim. Dog, save me, save me. Where are you? Get in front of me. Get in front of me. Get in front of me.
I'm coming. I was marking the cave.
Dogs, I'm gonna stand up. Ah! Get the dog. Help.
Hello, folks.
There. Apparently I can't remember your name at all.
Who's Ingrid?
You.
You.
Me?
Irving.
Oh,
Yes, because I can't think. Wow. Why am I having such a hard freaking time with names today?
you called me Murphy twice before
Yeah.
we even started.
Shut up, Melvin. I'm working here.
Alrighty, naked.
That's a good drawing, right? Damn right, Zach, that's good.
Good. Oh my gosh. Love it.
Thank you.
Wow.
With someone.
Wait, you just said they had a book.
That being
Yes.
said, we will.
Yes.
And then
keep
you
up.
emphasize that there is a book.
Holy! Way to catch on to that like a minute and a half late. There's books, there's diaries, there's maps.
Wait, there's a book? We have not been consistent with this at all, have we?
No.
I'm not even gonna try and pronounce most of those. Wow.
Yeah, they had a sale on apostrophes that day.
Hello, everybody.
I don't know what. Hi!
Hi, howdy doody, how y'all doing? Let me turn my bright screen on so you can actually see my full face again. Hi. Yeah, for this stream I don't have the other screens on, because everything can be managed on one machine. So my whole face is being lit up by screens.
Ooh.
Just this half.
Man. I've been thinking about getting a new camera because I'm like, this one is pretty old.
I'm using
Maybe.
like a 7-year-old camera right now.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed is like it still kind of operates like the same as it did on day one.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, maybe the prices on cameras went down, so maybe I could get a higher definition, or maybe like, I don't know.
You might want to look into that, yeah. Because like the camera qualities that I typically aim for and shoot for don't reach below $75.
Yeah.
Like getting those cheap $30 ones, those are such crap.
Yeah.
They are so bad.
I think I paid like 80 for this one because this one is like a Logitech camera, so it's like a pretty legit. But I don't know. Maybe it's my lighting. There's a lot more yellow.
What kind of light
in
bulb
there.
do you use?
They're basic round boys.
Ah, that would be why, yeah. They give off a yellow
Yeah.
lighting. It also doesn't help that the best white balance your camera has for you right now behind you is yellow. So it's probably white balancing with using that as a base to it.
Let's live adjust.
Oh, there you go. See, not.
wait,
Oh.
Huh?
Oh.
Oh.
Hey.
There we go.
Sup?
Now,
You're not tan.
now we have normal skin. It's like I was just very bright orange.
Oh, golly.
Just a bit.
See, I think I
Oh,
can do
that's
that
even
with
better
this.
right there. There we go. I like that.
Look at that light balance go off. I can change the lighting
we go.
completely in it. See, this one's too bright. I'm too pale for that one. This one's nice and gentle. This one's just too yellow. Has difficulty white balancing the color changes in the background.
That's funny.
Oh gosh, okay, so second half, I actually have to do some amounts of structure for this one. It means we have to, well, that's loosey-goosey now, Ben. Sorry.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do some structure. Hey, so January is finally right around the corner. And you know what we've been planning for months now? For a very long time, and we've just been getting all the details together. I've been doing a lot of forward planning for things. We have a mini-series in the Fate Core system coming up. It's our second mini-series that we've done. The first one was the SCP one. That was fun. I really enjoyed that. Using the SCP TTRPG system. Next one is using the Fate Core system, and I'm not GMing it. Praise the sun. I do not have to plan or write out a story. Instead, actually, I went to what I know to be the best Fate Core GM I know possible, who has written their own world inside using the system. I went to Mama Gecko from Geekier Nights and said, hey, can you pop on over to the Owlbear Inn and GM some Fate Core miniseries? I want to bring the system to us, and I don't want to do it myself. I would love for you to come in and introduce it to us. So she said yes. I'm like, what kind of story do you want me to do? And I would really love it if you brought your world. Like, bring us into your world. So that's what she's doing. If you all want it, I don't have a link for it, sadly, but I'll need to find a link. This is the book they wrote. It's kickstarted a while back. Forged in Crimson. I'm 83 pages in, started reading it this past week, and I regretted the fact that I had to put it down yesterday. But I get up at around 5 o'clock a.m., and it was nearly midnight, so 5 hours of sleep with the 2-hour drive for work. I need that sleep. So I had to put it down. But it's a really good book, yo. She's got such a fun world. It's so unique and intricate, and oh man, very, very good. We're very excited to hop into the Geekier Nights. Go check them out. I wonder if I can do a and if I can spell this. No! That chat won't do it. Because it's not signed into anything.
Oof.
Geekier Nights. Is that right? It was right. Go there. Go there, people. What's it called? The Eldritch Bass. They do a lot of music. That's why they were playing music last time around. They do a lot of their music editing, creation online. They're a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And I can't remember which one it is, and they're definitely not from Denmark. My brain is missing out on all the details, but I know it's not Denmark for sure.
For sure. Denmark is out of the question.
I'm sorry, Mama Gag. But yeah, that's happening in January. The first one is not the first Friday of the year, because the two guests hopping in with us are away during that time. It's on the 12th. The 12th of January, midday. Because they are 8 hours ahead of us, and we do have to cater to the fact that the GM, it'll be 8 p.m. for them when we start, but it'll be 12 p.m. for us. MT. If you're in the East, go either 1 hour ahead of that or 2 hours ahead of that. If you're in the West, go 1 hour behind. PST, EST, Central. Mountain Time. Why does the US have so many time zones? Why?
Indeed.
That's happening. That's a lot of fun. Do you remember much about Fate Core? The kind of details we went over? Because we did it a few months ago. We talked about it.
Yeah.
It's...
I remember it being quite complex. For the most part.
It's...
But I did like the complexity in a way that it was all like kind of an intuitive. It was just spread out. Like, the different dice rolls and stuff like that on the... Oh, I'm trying to pull up the...
Oh, I think you might be thinking of the SCP character sheet.
Which one's the Fate Core?
The Fate Core is the much less complicated. Let me see if I can find an image to throw up on the screen. Because the Fate Core character sheet is super simple. Super duper simplistic. The complicated part of it comes from the fact that it's... Yeah, there we go. Almost entirely RP-centered. So like your... I actually might already even have this image in here. Yeah, I do. Look at that. Oh, wow, it's covering our face. Let me just shrink that down.
Oof.
Let me just shrink it down again. Oh boy, that's a big boy. Right, okay, so this is obviously a picture. It's covering our faces now.
Ah, yes.
But as you can see, like, the skills right there, I'm just going to leave it covering our faces for the moment. But the skills, they're all blank. You have to fill in the skills, like, you're choosing what skills you're getting good rolls on. Aspects, you always have yourself a high concept, also a difficulty, so something that's going to be the character's struggle. You're using descriptors, things to describe the character.
So
as
you
your character
invent
sheet.
them, or are they pre-supplied
You invent
options?
them. You invent them. Everything is invented. When you're creating the characters, the aspect is done as a table. You are creating your characters as a table. Everyone will walk through the process of getting introductions and learning who they are, because you'll also write in ties to the other characters being like, hey, we have a connection, because you have to write in the character connections, write in those ties and as aspects that could keep them driven forward or going forward. There's always a trial inside the character sheet as the thing that keeps them moving forward. And the glorious thing about this is they're all fluid. You can come up with those aspects, all those details. But as the game goes on, and your character changes, like if you resolved your issue, you would look at that and you'd be like, I've resolved this issue, it no longer applies to my character. So what's the issue going on now that they want to resolve? And you would change that aspect.
So you could respec,
sort of respec as you go.
Huh. Man, because I remember us doing that and talking about it, but I guess I didn't realize the truly dynamic nature of being able to just create. I don't know. That's really nice.
It's rife through the whole book as well. Like, they don't give you any aspects for magic. And whenever they mention that there's no aspects for magic, they say that's something that should be talked about and written into the world if you want to write it into the world. If you do that, you create a skill for it. You say there has to be a skill, like Arcana. But you use it in a broad sense. So you're not doing Arcana checks just to understand that there's magic, or that this is magic, or that it belongs to this school of magic. You're even using it to cast your spells as well. You're even using it to like counter spells, doing arcane tricks of like deflecting, the defensive technique with a wand in HP, or the counter spell in HP being Harry Potter. But I don't want to say it too loudly lest we get sued for mentioning the name. And then counterspell in D&D, things like that. It's truly fluid and dynamic. And great, because you could come up with some of these wonderful things, like a high concept of I am blessed by the gods. And then whenever situations come up and the GM's describing a scene where you think being blessed by the god would be great, you can give your GM one of your fate coins and say, hey, I would like to invoke my high concept aspect of being blessed by the gods to make the situation beneficial for us. It's very different kind of gameplay, but RP-centered, talkie-talkie-centered. We may not even ever roll dice for like combat situations. We probably will, actually, because we're trying to show off aspects of the game as well. But you also use fudge dice. Take, for example, here, your normal D6. All right, it's got your numbers, it's got your 6 on it. You know, your 3, your 1s, and other little things. This is a fudge dice. That's blank. That's a negative. And that's a positive. That's it. You got 2 positives, 2 negatives, and 2 blanks. The highest number I think you can roll, actually the highest you can roll in Fate Call, you always roll 4 of these dice. So the highest you can roll is 4 plus signs. Then you add your skill, add whatever it is to it. And according to the sheet, you can only get to Superb, which is plus 5, so the highest roll you can get is plus 9. Much easier math to deal with.
I do like how that plus 1 is like a heartbeat type thing. Yeah.
I'm excited for it. Mainly to experience the wildly different aspect of gameplay to Dungeons and Dragons and SCP system, and the Palladium core, the 3 main systems that we've done here. Oh, and Forbidden Lands. We did Forbidden Lands for a bit too. We had a one shot on that. I can't really count that, but it was a good one shot. January, 4 parts.
4 parts.
4 whole episodes inside their land, and we are hitting. Oh boy, it's going to be a drama. So, you know, be ready for that. Whew. See, I put Gecko Mama and Zelda of 90 Studios on the same table, so you think it would just be a kink fest the whole time, but no, it's going to be a real drama fest. Ooh.
I love that.
If you want my understanding on that, go check out our one-shot playlist inside YouTube and find Everyone is Craig. Our rendition of that system, yikes. They took it to a whole new level.
Everyone is Craig.
Yeah, I should get you to do one of those one of these days. It's where everyone plays the same PC character, but you have poker chips to buy in to take control of the character, so you can get your tasks, because at the beginning of the session, it's designed to be only a one-shot. At the beginning of the session, you create 3 things you want to do, and it's usually encouraged for those things to be obscure and wild. Like slapping this musician in the face. Or going to the guy who, this was an actual one from one of the players in our one rendition that we did, going to the guy who created Breath of the Wild and demanding a version of the second game early. They started in the US, they had to go to Tokyo for that. How do you get a character that you're sharing with 3 or 4 other players to travel over there when you don't know what their goals are?
Yeah, that definitely creates a sense of distrust.
Difficile. There we go, there's our gamer's tome. There's me gabbing about different TTRPGs for a while. Love it. I'm very excited. We do have another miniseries in the works for March, and if you're aware of 2 events happening in March, you might be able to guess what system and what world we're visiting for it. There are seats open if you'd like to join us. They'll be happening on Friday nights. That's for everyone out there, content creators. Send me messages. Come join our miniseries. We'll talk all about your channel repeatedly. Let's see, we kind of hit some designed intent in there as well.
We did, yeah. We haven't done a good old eat or leave a spell or class. I mean, we did kind of last session hate on the ranger pretty bad.
We did actually, yeah. But then again, we do that regularly.
Yeah, it's just like on the regular. It's like
poor rangers.
Ranger doesn't need to exist.
No, just forget about it.
And can we just talk about how useless of a spell Goodberry? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my, wow, what made you flip? Ben, the person who uses Goodberry at every excuse they possibly can.
Tangerine was listening, she'd be like, yes, Goodberry is useful.
It's actually a really useful spell. You're creating 10 get me up for free pills, basically.
Yeah. Saves you from those death throws.
If someone shoves the berry down your throat.
Choose it for you.
Baby birds it. Aww.
It's like, there you go.
Now you're gonna be all better.
Oh, gross. This is wad.
Oh no. This blue thick wad drooping from
how much of that was actually just Goodberry?
Probably not much of it anymore. You gain half a hit point.
Half a hit point for it being pre-chewed. It's amazing.
Well then, how about it, Ben? What have you got? Do you have any needle, leave, spell, class, feats, or item emporium? Chat as well. If you guys got anything. Or for your lot got anything.
I think something that, as a ranger with a gun, I felt the whole need to have bullets. But I am also like, where are the incendiary bullets? Where are the... No, I'm just kidding. But I was thinking like, I don't know, the whole bullet thing. It has me where I love it and hate it at the same time. Like, now that I have had bullets, towards the end.
Right, yeah.
Had.
Zara died, people. Spoilers. Pull through the spine. It was painful.
Oh,
well,
yeah,
actually,
it was
painless.
I mean, yeah, I didn't feel a thing. I mean, let's just get real with that. Zara did not feel too much.
So, guiltily, I did not tell you the way around that. I say guiltily, I don't feel any guilt for it at all. I spared me the misery of you having infinite ammo and never having to reload.
Mm-hmm.
Multi-class into Artificer. I think it's like 2 levels. Just 2 levels and you get infusions, and one of the infusions is Arcane Shot, which
Arcane
gives you free ammunition and you never have to reload. It just shoots a magical bullet.
Well, that's fancy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the same hit points as a normal.
Yeah. It does the same
bullet?
damage as your weapon, it just replaces the ammunition.
Love that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah,
Nice.
Don't tell your players that, people. GMs out there, do not give your players a gun and then tell them about the Artificer infusion for that. If they don't know it already, spare yourself that misery. Don't do it.
Man. It was like when I discovered, what was it, Giant Scorpion from the Druid? That's a need it. That's a need it right there.
Totally.
Because Giant Scorpion was so handy. Oh my god.
The amount of times my tiny NPCs got grappled by your claws. I never got poisoned. I always made the save. But the claws...
Yeah, that one tended to miss a lot.
Mm-hmm. And miss a lot.
Them
Whenever you hit, I
grabbers.
saved. But you missed like 70% of the time.
Yeah. Love those dice roll.
No, but those claws, yeah. If you're a druid, Giant Scorpion, check it out. Jardis
Oh,
made
yeah.
me scared of them.
Oh yeah. Once I discovered those existed, and their CR level is like 2, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad. Not bad.
Why did I put needle, leaf, spell class, feat, item, emporium in parentheses? Please help.
Help.
I need somebody. Help. Not just anybody. Help. I have so many opinions on so many different spells, classes, feats, and items. I've recently genuinely discovered the joys of over multi-classing. So my home group character, who Tangerine is very bitter about whenever I talk about them, for some reason. I have a home group, okay? What's wrong with that? Nothing. My character has gone into his 3rd class. He's now a monk, Way of the Four Elements, barbarian, Path of the Beast, and fighter. He's going to go into fighter champion, so he can get a critical threat range of 19 and 20. Pop that into barbarian, reckless raging, reckless attacking. You've got advantage on every single one of your rolls, along with your bonus action, Fury of Blows. Well, you've just got 4 chances at advantage to get a 19 or a 20. I don't know about you
That
guys, but
multi-comboing, that is just nuts.
And on top of that, Way of the Four Elements has some wonderful magical abilities that aren't actually magical. They're natural abilities, so even when you're raging, you can use them. And I have wings. And a movement speed of 50 feet, so, you know. Also mobility.
Pretty good.
It's a fun class. It's a fun build. I plan on going into Cleric, Rogue, and Ranger actually with it too. Gloomstalker. Ranger Gloomstalker. Specific ability being able to dimension door and pop from one place to another.
Ranger Gloomstalker. That would be... How far would these dimensional doors be able to reach?
I think 60, 30? Actually, it's 30 feet, I think, on these ones. But when you've got a movement speed of 50 feet already, And you go into Rogue, the ability to like a dash as a bonus action. Like for free, you can already do that as monk, but you have to spend a Kai point to do it. And I kind of want to save my Kai points for different things. So, little rogue.
Do Kai points charge overnight?
They do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a long rest for that.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you're also a rogue, you get your sneak attack whenever you have advantage. Rogue barbarian, they kind of can always have advantage. It's his first attack will always deal a crap ton of dice if he hits. There's my theory crafting for the week. Right attack still tweaking with a wizard. Yeah, I'm still tweaking with my Kenku for that. We got fun stuff coming up.
I feel like the tweaking of a wizard's spells would never end.
It doesn't. You got a long path ahead of you, buddy. You've done a druid, ranger. What do you want to do next?
Oh, that's always a good question. It's always a good question. I tend to, I don't know. I just, in all of my RPG gameplay, everything, it's always been magic users. I just, for some reason, the way magic systems are built, I really like interacting with that. And so I don't know. A wizard would be pretty nice.
Wizards are interesting.
Or a sorcerer? Or a warlock. I've definitely looked at warlocks. Warlocks are fun.
Warlocks are fun if you're focusing. So, warlocks were more fun in 3.5. Won't lie on that one. I could build a warlock that could be 300 feet in the air, raining literal hellfire down underneath him in an untouchable range from the enemies. You can't do that with 5e warlocks. You can still get the distance off, yeah, but you can't rain hellfire down on them anymore.
Can't even spit a little bit of fire?
You can. You got Hellish Rebuke, but warlocks have like 5 spell slots at max level. It's so sad. They rely so heavily on Eldritch Blast being chosen. It's why, in my books, Warlock is just above Ranger. Not because they're useless, not because they're incapable, but because they rely on one thing. There is one way to play Warlock. You can flavor your character all you damn well like. There's one way to play a Warlock. Eldritch Blast. That's it. Give me more.
I have seen Eldritch Blast be pretty common among the Warlock crowd.
If you don't take it as a Warlock, why do you have spells? Like, if you're going that route, may as well do
it's just a single attack, right?
Eldritch Blast?
Eldritch Blast? Yeah.
At low levels, yes, but it's a cantrip. Cantrips power up as you level up. So by level 20, you've got 4 attacks. 4? 5, I think, actually. So you've got, it powers up. It powers up nicely, and you can get some big boosts to it. But the problem is, I mean, that's it.
Anti-blast. God
That's
damn.
all you've got. And technically, Eldritch Blast is a spell. So you can be counter-spelled. Yeah, it's 4 beams at 17th level. The plus side, 17th level. Take 2 levels in Sorcerer, get yourself some sorcery points, and you can, what's it called? You can swift action, or quicken spell, and do it twice in a turn. Then again, though, it's just using Eldritch Blast. Give me more. I want more to do with the class. It's a good class, though. It really is. Oh, let's see. Okay. We have enough time to go through the Heroes Feast channel and talk about the questions. The questions.
Oh, do we have
two
questions?
of them. Yeah, I popped 2 questions in for the community to answer. For all those who want to join in on that, you can go and join our Discord. The description, the link is inside the description, actually down below for you VOD Squad people. Sorry, I'm trying to keep the terminology gender neutral. Oh! I'm not signed in on that chat yet. I keep doing that. There we go. Join our Discord and you can go in and you can answer these questions yourself and pop questions over for us. For whenever this happens, or a table talk happens. First question we had. It's question time. Your character's retirement plan. What is it? Or what was the best character's retirement plan you have had or seen? A few wonderful answers here from Brando the Slime, making a pocket dimension for him and his rival to live peacefully on a farmland. And his rival? Why and his rival? Occasionally dueling. Okay, cool. And live a peaceful life away from insanity. I feel like living with your rival is insanity.
Where are the questions? In Heroes Feast topic?
Lore library, Heroes Feast topic. Yeah, you just gotta scroll up a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. You know, I always wonder, you have a pocket dimension in your pocket. How long does a pocket dimension last before it just starts to rot?
Like, what's the expiration date of a pocket dimension?
What's the expiration date on that? How fast is time moving in this pocket dimension? Is it just gonna implode inside your pocket? Or
while you're inside it?
What's going on with this pocket dimension?
And how long ago did I make this pocket dimension? I can't remember if it was 5 years ago or 50 years ago. If it was 50, I'm about to die.
Oh no, it's collapsing.
Varanus is a terrifying, crushing death.
I don't know. I love that he does want to live a life away from insanity, Brando. But the pocket dimension, I feel like, invites insanity. I don't know. It's like, how deep does this pocket dimension go? Can you just walk infinitely through this pocket dimension, storage-wise?
Well, he did say farmland. So, presumably the pocket dimension is big enough to
hold an entire
house a whole farm.
Yes.
So the space, at least, that's good.
Wait, so he is living inside the pocket dimension
with his rival. I feel like we're gonna need Brando to like give us a recording or something explaining this answer. Because it doesn't feel like living away from insanity.
At first, for some reason, I thought we had a pocket dimension. But you are in a pocket dimension with your rival, living peacefully. I still just feel like, I don't know. Yeah. Is this like an apple situation? Is it going to get mushy? I don't know.
Apple? Is it going to be like a peach? Is it squishy on the inside and just going to get squishier?
Just get juicier? It could.
Oh, it could. Well, we got Lily with their answer of get on a boat and sail away, never be seen again. I'll replicate Nice Tangerines' reply to that. Okay, Reapy Cheap.
He bangs his rival. Oh, that's
He
great.
bangs his rival. Oh shit, I forgot about those guys.
Red Attack coming in with the quips.
Oh, and right tags. Oh, no, that's the next question. Schnorsboop. Peter became a deity. Good old Brolog. That's a good retirement plan.
Yeah. Simple. 3 words. Become a deity.
Yep. Super easy and simple and basic. And Zele replicate or seconding that notion. Gain worshippers before their ascension so they can actually enjoy it. So Brolog actually did have worshippers before his ascension, the tribe of trolls. He phrased and got that whole situation basically as him as a higher deity to them. So Brolog actually did set the foundations. There are worshippers of the Creed in Netherrealm. A whole large community of them in Andrea. People aren't upset about that at all. The Creed's not easy, not hard to live with, no. It's really hard to live with. Really hard. Let's see. Second question. In an RPG, TTRPG world, well, actually, hang on. Ben, what's yours? Retirement plan. Your favorite.
My retirement plan.
For your characters or any characters you've seen.
I imagine Jardis had a pretty good retirement. You know what I mean? That guy was pretty capable. He was pretty good at doing stuff on the fly. And I feel like with all his map making, he would have found a nice little spot that was like
just
not away from everything, because he liked being a part of things, but not hectic, you know, not like the Shallows. That was a little too much, a little beyond his time at that point. So I don't know.
Not like the Shallows at all. Traveled the world, made maps, sang music with his family. That's a pretty good retirement.
Doing the sham.
Doing the sham. Like the idea of Donnie watching over his people for a few generations before effing off into the woods and becoming a hermit. Nice. Got the feeling that he'll live a while. If he survives the final battle. If. That is a good point, yeah, if any of us do. My retirement, well, I don't think I actually ever had any characters retire. They usually die in the adventure. Like my early days, the lifespan of a character in our early campaigns was maybe 10 sessions. So we never really made deep backstories or anything, because they would just die. The most recent ones, I mean, I've had a few, but they didn't retire. One of them, well, Callus, he's still around. He's an NPC now. Valisor's still around. He's an NPC now. And Emma is still around too. She's not done. She's still hunting things, so they never retired.
Well, I feel like that would be a suitable retirement, not retiring.
True, I guess. They're still adventuring, though.
Continuing in your craft.
That's fair. Emma's still assassinating people. It's great. In her cheerful way. Vilpip is still trying to find a career, so retirement is a ways off. Yeah, see. Some characters just don't get there. Right, second question. In an RPG, TTRPG world you've played, what would be the place you are most likely to return to? What draws you back and why? Rytak in with a Blue Fang fort. It's a fun fact about that. Blue Fang was one of Michael Howard's characters, and I was in the kitchen preparing some food when his character got vaporized and disintegrated. So I'm there laughing my head off at him going, no, it's fine. Hey, the characters get disintegrated sometimes. I'm like, what just happened?
Oh, God.
It's an ex-podunk little it's a podunk little ex-bandit fort in the middle of the woods, but it's our podunk little ex-bandit fort. Plus, we have a friend's ashes spread there. That would be Blue Fang.
Oh, lovely.
Good answer. Oh, Peterin with the wherever more objectives can be accepted completed. Part of the Sunday crew curse, they must always be on the move.
Wherever needs must be met, we will meet them. That's our only objective.
Yep, Blue Fang got snapped. He got Thanos snapped. Oh, those are the replies on those ones. Nice Tangerine that come in with the question. We answered it on Sunday regarding Marcus's mansion. It is still around, floating out there on the undead dragon turtle. The mansion is still on it, and it is still alive. Very much so alive, including all of itself inside itself. They're all still alive. Though they might be a little insane now because they've only been talking to themselves.
Ooh. That's fun.
Sad and lonely? No, it's not sad and lonely. It's got itself to talk to. And its person will never come home. Marcus was killed.
Still there?
Yeah. The Joffrey's our house.
Well,
So,
plenty of self to talk to then.
Plenty of self to talk to. And Marcus is done. He's gone. His clones have either gone through all their renditions, or through all their paths and been killed off. Plenty of realms have been tortured by his existence, but he has been hunted down and brutally, all of his versions, fairly brutally murdered, because they don't go quietly. None of them did.
Oof.
But that is a villain I do not plan on ever revisiting. Because I've touched on him 3 times now. All different versions, technically, but he's left enough of a scar in the world. Ethan is a good example of that. Mention the name Marcus and he starts sweating. He's got good reason. Yeah, well, there we go. There's the questions in there. How about the you, Ben? Your answer to that question. TTRPGs, things you've played.
What would be the place you're most likely to return to? I don't know. I really liked the Fae realm, just because it's so whimsical, yet also extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
It's just like hyper Australia, with some Wonderland mixed in there. It's like, I don't know. It's I like the Fae realm is very interesting.
I'll have to find an excuse to go back there one of these days.
Yeah. Someday.
It was fun to research the Fae realm, because I knew very little about it. That's a good place, though. I like it. I don't think I know where I would go. I mean, I made the world I'm in. No, actually, so my brother made what's it called? A tavern. I can't remember what it was called. But it's basically a tavern that's in every place, every world he creates. And it's always there with the same kind of characters. And I found that place really intriguing and really interesting. Because of its pure nature, who was in it, the way he played the tavern keeper in there was just glorious for the time that we got to visit him, because he had me all over the place. I was playing Valisor at the time, and he had me liking the character but also wanting to shoot the character in the face because he was so frustrating, but at the same time so wonderful and delightful to talk to. It's like, Valisor wants to keep... I want to keep talking to him, so I'm going to make Valisor keep talking to him. I would go back there. I liked that place. He got Omega machined.
Mega Machine.
Mr. McNugget. Mr. Hurst. I don't feel so good. Spider-Man reference.
Ooh.
Every multiverse.
Well.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. That's terrifying. Alrighty, well. Any closing remarks, Ben?
I know I've been saying it for a while and it's been a slow start, but Binge Gaba's coming back.
Nice.
We're gonna be doing some Dreamcast stuff again.
Exciting.
Because again, I have not done any updates to my system whatsoever, and that's what we're capable of doing. And be on the lookout for what I feel might be some Deltarune in the Here Be Shenanigans future, because I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the itch, the scratch, the Undertale-ness that we want in our lives. So
love it. Excited.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that in the near future.
Nice. That's gonna be fun.
Because it's gonna be winter and I'm gonna be inside a lot. So
yeah, your locations gets slammed with the snow.
Yep.
So good
might
luck.
as well hang out
Mm-hmm.
indoors.
Inside. Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess my closing remarks are just come on by on Sunday for the start of our two-part little mini-series taking place in Nathriel, covering the War of Unification in Quayla, particularly the Battle of Guycester. Our wonderful characters that we've got coming in is going to be King Gaius Val, played by Peter, Chief Nestlebush of the Cool Tribes. Not done on purpose, but I've just realised the name. Why? Down in the south. That one's going to be played by Stitch, with Zul Ilkar, the first Flitber played by a character, and it's being played by character Michael number 6. Our glorious Ben here, coming in, playing Locke, a flesh golem created by King Gaius Val. And the last one is Tan Ton, the commander of the elites of the Creed of Silence of the southern Loxodon tribes. Everything we've heard about Quayla is all very, very serious, and everyone there that we've met has either been extremely powerful or very influential. What they have not realized yet is Quayla is full of a bunch of jokes. A lot of it is just a bunch of jokes. I hit all the tropes. There's gnome chucking. There are angry dragonborn. There's all the things up there, so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. I'm very excited to visit Quayla finally.
Nice.
The final thing we should leave everyone off with is Ben. Who are we sponsored by?
We are sponsored by Kate Woolman's State Farm. And if you need guidance on life, auto, or homeowner's insurance, you can contact Kate Woolman's State Farm for all of your insurance needs. Rates can be more affordable than you think, and protecting what matters most to you is important. Call Ben at 719-539-6265 and I will set you up with what you need. Again, that's 719-539-6265.
Nice.
There we go.
And with that loveliness, it's time to say goodnight. It's time to say goodnight. Who are we raiding this day?
Ooh, who is it?
Who's going? Who's up?
Let's
Someone
see.
give me a name. Someone give me a name.
We've got D20 Deathmatch.
We haven't raided D20 Deathmatch in a while. They've been going for 34 hours. Maybe not. Yikes.
Let's see.
Good job to you guys. I mean, wow. Way to keep it rolling. How about ADH Adventures?
Let's go.
Yeah, they've been going for just shy of 30 minutes. We've said hello to them in the past. Let's go do that. But first, a wonderful little outro. Thank you, Evan, for being here. We love you very much and hope you had a hoot. And we'll see you next Sunday. Bye. Click the link.
May have closed for now. We hope you met a friend this go around. Tired and blurry you may be. We hope your minds are full from this revelry. Peace follow you out. May you return for more giggles